Y'all come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Enter at your own risk. Enter at your own risk. I'm going to repeat it for the third time because this is the third time with the charm, right? Enter at your own risk. This will be a no holds bar segment today. That's how pissed Miss J is. So, and if you got them sensitive ears, don't come up in here. Don't come up in here because it's one of these type of segments today. It's one of these type of segments today. Yes, yes. I, anyway, welcome again. Enter at your own risk. I will be talking about a situation that really fucked me up when it was sent to me. That's really why I didn't do it yesterday because I was so pissed. Um, I chose to wait one more day. I chose to wait one more day to do the segment. That's how this has pissed me off real bad. Some of y'all probably heard about it. Some of you probably haven't heard about it, but you're going to hear about it today. And what I want to know is after I show the video, and I have my say so about it because everybody got on the pin. I got an asshole. Everybody got one, right? After I do that, I want y'all to really put in the comments your thoughts about it. Okay? But again, welcome to Miss J Speaks Talk Show and Podcast 2. And the reason why it's a 2 behind it, thank you for being in here. The reason why it's a 2 behind it is because my very first one got hacked. So that's why I put the Roman number 2 behind it, okay? But thank y'all for coming in here on this Sunday after this Sunday evening. Look, did y'all set y'all clocks up, right? Yeah. Did y'all set them? Did y'all set them up? Did y'all do that? Make sure you be on the right time tomorrow now for work and everything, okay? So with that being said, um, if you're watching me and it's got that little red thing blinking, them numbers just turning, you're watching Miss J live. Now, if you're watching and you don't see no red thing, thank y'all for being in here. Hey, thank you for being in here. New viewer, thank you. Thank you. Please sprinkle. Now let me say this, Jamie, and put my glasses on. Let me say this, Jamie. Knock. If I said it wrong, I'm so sorry, my baby. But let me say this. Please don't let the first impression you see of me today from this segment, be like, oh, I ain't coming back to her because I'm really upset. That was why I did not do this segment yesterday because I really had to calm myself down. I really did. I'm going to try to contain myself today too. I really am. And when I show y'all and we talk about it, as a mother, you're going to understand. As a mother, you're going to understand where this anger came. I'm going to get started. Again, thank y'all for being in here. Thank you for being in here. Sprinkle me out. Okay. This video was sent to me 2 days ago. And I'll be very honest, y'all. I'll be very honest. Y'all know Miss J keep it 100 up here. I really started not to do this segment, y'all. I started not to do it, period. I really did. I got it 2 days ago sent to me. Because I be telling y'all, my viewers, thank you, baby. I be telling my viewers to send me topics or send me videos. I take a look at them and I get them on the schedule to talk about. So this was sent to me 2 days ago. And when I saw it and then start doing some more research, digging at other stuff and seeing the same information, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about this. I'm so appalled at this shit. Yes, I said the word shit. Yes, I did. I am so fucking appalled about this. And I'm getting ready to go on and show it to. I'm gonna show you the video because I had looked at the video and I had my notes down that I want to bring up. Then I said, no, I'm gonna show y'all the video of what's going on, okay? Then we're gonna have a conversation about it. Now I always say this. Anybody that's watching, and if you want to come up here with me live, and we have a dialogue and we still talk about it, y'all know Miss J don't have a problem with that. I send you the link and you come on up. Okay, come on up. I don't have a problem. But let me go ahead on and get started. Let me see. Make sure I got the right one I want to share. Make sure that's the right one. Because I got 2 videos up here. Let me make sure. Because y'all know I'm still learning this stuff, right? Let me see if that's it. Let's see. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. Yep, this is one. All right. So let me come back to y'all. And I got to share my screen. I'm still learning, y'all. Yep, that's it right there. That's the one right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you 2 videos. Then the reason why I want to show 2 separate videos of the same thing is a method to my madness. All right. The second one that I'm going to show after this is going to go more into detail. Okay. All right. So let me come back to y'all. And I got to bring it up there so you can see it. Thank y'all for being in here. Hey, my baby. Hey, Karika, you already know. Let me know if you want to come up here. You already know. This is something that, Miss J is really upset about. So I got it right here. So let me come and turn it on so y'all can hear it. Hold on, y'all. There it is.
Her that her son had been struck and killed by an off-duty police officer in his cruiser. 37-year-old Dexter Wade died back in March, but his mother said she did not find out about his death until August. The family's attorney is now calling for a federal investigation. Our national correspondent, Jerika Duncan, joins us at the table with more. I heard about this story recently. I'm so glad you're doing something about it.
Yeah, this is a story with a lot of questions.
Yes.
Betterston Wade said she filed a missing person report with Jackson Police Department in March after her son was missing for more than a week. She says when she was finally informed about what happened to her son, he was already buried.
He was my only son. And I would have never thought this had happened to him.
Betterston Wade says she last saw her son Dexter on March 5th when he left home after an argument. Days later, Wade reported him missing to the Jackson Police Department. Wade said she spent months following up and searching the city for her son, even asking for help online.
He just disappeared off the face of earth and nobody knew where he was. None of his friends, nobody.
What she didn't know was that Dexter was already dead and buried in a grave marked with only a number at a cemetery outside a county prison.
All the time. He was right down there in the morgue. All they had to say was, Miss Wade, your son is in the morgue.
According to his death certificate, Dexter was killed on March 5th, less than an hour after he left home when he was accidentally struck by an off-duty officer driving a Jackson police SUV near an interstate exit. Wade says police told her about the incident on August 24th, nearly 6 months after his death.
Give me a reason to really, why y'all did not contact me? Why y'all didn't knock on my door?
Wade said a coroner identified Dexter from a prescription medication that he was carrying and received the next of kin information from a medical clinic. According to Wade, the coroner was unable to reach her, but she was told Jackson police tried to contact her several times. Wade says she never received a call.
It was, in fact, an accident and that there was no malicious intent.
Jackson's mayor addressed Wade's case last week.
There was a lack of communication with the Missing Persons Division, the coroner's office, and accident investigation.
Wade's frustration with the city runs deep. Last year, a jury convicted a Jackson police officer of manslaughter and the beating death of her brother.
Listen
It
to
was
that.
intentional. that they did not contact her.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is now representing the Wade family.
We're going to petition the court to have his body exhumed and have a independent autopsy performed, and then give him a proper funeral for his mother and his daughters and his family.
CBS News reached out to the Jackson Police Department but did not hear back. And as you heard Mr. Crump just mention that they hope to have Dexter's body exhumed, but they're hoping to do that next week.
Jeez.
To look at the amount of trauma this family has faced, though, and to know as a mother
Exactly.
that you're doing everything you think you can, whether it's going online, asking people, going to the police, and somehow, as the mayor said, it was a lack of communication.
No.
For this family,
No.
they just say that's not good enough.
Yeah, that's
No.
more than a lack of communication when you have a prescription bottle that has his
got a
name on it. He's
prescription
37
bottle.
years old. Why did they finally decide to tell the family that he was killed back in March?
And
Why did they?
without the police really coming out and addressing this head on outside of the mayor and what he has said, there's still a lot of questions, and the family wants to know. When you think about in the context of Jackson, Mississippi, Jim Axelrod did an investigation last year which showed this is a place with some of the highest rates of homicide in this country, 156 homicides, I believe, in 2021.
Look at that.
There he is speaking to some of the people who were saying that police weren't taking their cases seriously.
These
That
unsolved
4 out of
murders.
10 are solved.
Yeah.
You know, what,
so-
Jerika? You know what I keep thinking? This mother, they had an argument with her son. You sometimes
Yep.
have arguments with your
Yeah,
children.
argument with
And
her
they leave
son.
on that note, and she's never had a
those
chance.
terms.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she's never had a chance to have a conversation with him.
And she talked about in the
Think about
news
that.
conference, it wasn't normal. You know, they would have their disputes,
would
and like
disappear,
any, you know,
yes.
mother, son, or
Right.
daughter, they'd come back. It's all good. I'm
Right.
sorry, mom.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
She didn't think anything of it as he walked out. She had no idea, obviously,
That
that
woman
would be
had
the
an
last
argument with
time.
her
Well, I hope
son.
that she gets the
And when he
resolution
walked out
that
the
she
door, that's the
needs.
last
Well,
thing
Ben
that
Crump
she
is on the
said.
case.
Oh, yeah.
Something tells me we have not heard the end of this.
Yeah, Jerika, thank you so much.
Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus.
When I was accepted to
Y'all, like I said, y'all know how Miss J do. Y'all know how I do. I keep it 100. Let me show you the other video. The one that had, this is the one that goes into a whole lot more detail from the mother speaking. Y'all just bear with me. Like I said, I'm gonna try to, you know, keep my arm. I'm gonna try to keep my composure. Okay, I'm getting ready to pull it up now, y'all. Here we go. I'm gonna try to keep my composure. But as a mother, whew,
Ben Crump and Betterstein, Wade Robinson, Dexter's mom. I first of all,
now
I am
please listen to this.
sorry
Listen
for
to
your
this goes
loss.
into more serious detail.
Your son went missing in March. When did you find out what happened to him and where he was?
I found out in August the 24th.
6 months.
They called me about 11 o'clock, and the detective said, I found your son. And I went to say, well, she said, another detective, Gerard, gonna come out and tell you, you know, what happened. So he called me about 4. He made it there around 5:30 or something, 6. And he said, I'm sorry. Your son is deceased.
So this,
And I started crying.
he went.
Upset.
I'm confused. He went missing in March. When did you file a missing persons report?
I filed a missing person report in March the 14th.
So you literally filed a missing persons
Listen.
report in March.
In March.
Yes.
Got missing.
And they identified who he was.
Yes.
So we're not talking about, let's just be clear, we're not talking about the New York City Police Department, the Houston Police Department. We're not talking about
We're talking about
a
Mississippi.
very large city. And I'm not
Mississippi.
demeaning
Jim Crow
Jackson,
era.
but if there's a body in the morgue and has been actually identified, and then they claim, oh, they couldn't reach you, but you filed the missing persons report, which meant your information was right there. You had to put it on a sheet of paper.
Thank you.
Name, phone number, email, address, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They knew who he was rolling on the first day.
Say it again.
They knew his identification on March 5th.
5th.
When they first hit and killed him.
And so
Y'all better come on now.
All right, so this is what I need to understand. Okay. So he gets hit by an off-duty police officer.
Right.
What have they actually said to you to explain this? I mean, this is just beyond, for me, explanation.
Exactly.
Well, they haven't even came to me and said anything.
This-
The only thing they did was come to me and said that he had this, he had deceased.
You were dead.
And other than that, I was asking the coroner some question, and he said I had to call the coroner. So I called the coroner the
Listen.
next day because it was too late to call that day.
Listen.
So I called the coroner the next day. So the coroner told me I was going off on him about why he didn't take him and friend, why he didn't do this, why he didn't do that. He said, Miss Wade, I didn't have to do all that. Dexter had his pill ball, several pill balls in his pocket.
In his pocket.
And his name was on them.
Sit down.
So on the 6th, that Monday, I called mental health, where you go, Hines Behavior Health, and I called them and got next to Ken.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I tried to call. He said, well, he didn't say it that day. He didn't say he tried to call that day. But anyway, he said he tried to call me, but he didn't get in touch with me. So he passed it on to JPD. Because really that's their job, to come out and let a person know that their loved one is deceased.
Mm-hmm.
So he passed it on to JPD. So he tried to make several attempts before they even buried him. He made several attempts to see had they found the next of kin. And they kept telling him they hadn't found the next of kin.
Lying.
And then they got approval
Y'all hit the reaction
on
button.
April to put him in the party field down there. And so he called several times after that. Even after they had got him approved, he called several times after that. And they still said they hadn't found him. So on July the 14th, they laid him to rest.
Roland,
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
what is even more outrageous is the fact that Miss Betterstein Wade is the named plaintiff in a wrongful death lawsuit against the Jackson Police Department for killing her brother who had had a stroke, had been at the hospital 10 days, and they body slammed him and killed him. An officer was convicted and imprisoned for killing her brother. She had been doing interviews. She had been to court every day through 2 criminal trials. They had depositions in the civil suit. They absolutely knew who Betterstein Robinson Wade was. And Miss Wade believes they intentionally did not come to her house to notify her about her son because she felt that they were afraid that there was going to be another wrongful death lawsuit against the Jackson Police Department because the officer who hit her was in his Jackson Police Department issued vehicle.
Yep.
There's a question whether he was on duty or not. They say he was not on duty, but because on March 5th when they hit and killed him, they never told Miss Wade or her family anything. They cannot accept this with a leap of faith. You kill my brother, and then you try to deny doing anything wrong there. You deny the wrongful death lawsuit. Now you kill my son.
Yeah, the son.
And you don't tell me for 6 months that you killed my son.
Good God Almighty.
Before
It's a shame so many women struggle to lose weight. When this special coffee loophole helped me drop
It's
from
coming back,
184
y'all.
to
That's
123
YouTube. Y'all know how
in
YouTube
weeks. And
put
I
them
know
commercials
because
in
I
there.
was ashamed of
And I
myself
don't
after
wanna
trying
lose
and
my
failing so
pages.
many times to
I
burn
don't
off
want to mess
stubborn
nothing
blab
up.
until I discovered
But
this
y'all
special
listen.
coffee loophole to melt
Y'all
off stubborn
see.
pounds on command.
You're
You've
right,
probably heard that once
Katie.
you have kids, your body will
You're
never
right,
be the
baby.
same. You'll
They
have to
cover
accept the
something
extra
up too
flab
fishy.
around
You
your waist
damn
and
right.
arms, the muffin top that
They
spills over your
killed the
jeans,
woman's
and the saggy
brother
skin that hangs from
last
your
year
belly. But what if I told you that's
and
not
got
true at
convicted
all?
for it.
What if I told you that there is
Now
a
here it
special
is.
coffee
This
loophole
year they
that can
done
help melt
killed
away
that
the
woman's
stubborn
son.
fat in weeks
You
without starving yourself or spending hours at the gym?
man,
Sounds too good to be true, right?
you
That's what
fucking
I
kidding
thought
me.
too. Until I met my old college roommate.
You
She
fucking kidding
looked
me.
amazing. She had
You gotta be kidding me. This shit is crazy. Hold on, y'all.
Just took his car
Right.
to uh hits you know, they took the hits towards
They didn't
service
get an
thing, got
officer,
the
no
car.
breathalyzer, no
But
nothing.
they did not get no flowers, none of that. They didn't do nothing to him. They didn't give him no citation. They didn't give him nothing. Not nothing. They didn't take nothing from him. They just took something from my son, took his fluids from him. Didn't give him an autopsy or nothing.
See, look at that.
I don't have no pictures, nothing to show that that's actually my son. I don't have no fingerprints or nothing. They said he took fingerprints, which
Thank y'all
I
for being
believe
in here.
Mr. Elliott probably did take
Y'all
fingerprints.
hit
I'm
the
not gonna say he
reaction
didn't.
button. Hit the reaction button.
But I'm just saying, I don't have anything to say that's him in that grave. I have 672. I have a number, 672, so that's him.
That's on the pole.
That's on hold.
In the Papa's Field, the graveyard for the indigents,
All right.
they have all
For
these
the
poles out there rolling
indigents, y'all
marking.
know
And on
that's
each
what
pole, they have a number.
what Joe
And
Joe
he is number
that man have a
672.
family.
And we're going to exhume his body.
Motherfuckers.
We're petitioning the court to do that. And we're going to have an independent autopsy performed. And then we're going to give him the proper funeral that
Got
he
him out there with
deserves,
people that
and
don't
try to
have
get
families or
Miss
James John
Betterstein
Doe's.
some
Man, you
measure
gotta
of
be fucking
justice
kidding me.
for her son and her two granddaughters.
questions, Joy, you first.
Let me just say what is heartbreaking about this whole evening. It's about lack of humanity, lack of treatment of humanity of our fellow humans. And I can't help believe that if he were anyone else, you would have gotten greater understanding, greater
saying, right?
consideration,
If he was in
greater
other
justice for
color,
your son
I
already.
said,
What are you
if he was in
asking
other color, got information,
for the
everything.
to do at this point?
She trying to be nice about
Well,
it.
at
Being
this
nice
point,
about it. That's what
you know, they can't say that it wasn't intentionally, because now the more I look at it and the more things put out here, it's intentional, because I gave them my address the second time.
Listen.
So I can't say. So they need to honor up to it. They need to do right by me, the suffering, the pain, and everything I've been through, the looking, the just saying, can't he come home? Where is he? Disappeared off the face of earth. I never saw a person disappear off the face of earth, and you don't even know, nobody has seen him, nobody know nothing. Jackson police can't find him, nobody. He's not in the morgue, he's not nowhere. So I mean, they need to be held accountable
That's
for
right.
this.
Amen.
Mustafa?
Well, Miss Wade, I'm praying for justice for you and your family. Ben, I'm curious. Is there not supposed to be some form of a process when a police officer is involved with a homicide by an automobile? Of course, we know many times it's with a firearm. So, what's the normal process?
Well,
Well,
I'm quite sure now, me as of knowledge, that they should have gave him a breathalyzer.
Yep.
They should have took, they should have took him and got, the proper documents and stuff that needed from him. They should have called the highway patrol. I mean, everybody should have been at the incident. It shouldn't have just been a small amount of people there. Everybody should have came to that incident. And they should have notified me in a decent manner of time if they got the information.
That's right.
They should have notified me. They should have came to my door. What is for a knock?
That's right, Miss Bird.
I mean, don't we have doors, doorbells? I mean, you can come to the door and ring the doorbell. If I'm not here, leave me a card. What happened to the U.S. mail? I mean, we got mail service. I mean, they should have sent me a letter and said, hey, Miss Wade, you need to come down to JPD, important. Would you please come down? Or would you please call us?
Exactly, Miss Bernstein. Exactly.
Something. I mean, something.
Randy?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all listen to
it's
this.
just something.
Y'all listening to this.
Yeah, my absolute deepest condolences to you, really. And I'm thinking, I saw the article where they said they tried to call you, but they couldn't get in touch. It was the wrong number or something. And it made me think about, I have friends when they go on a first date with someone that they don't know. In 1 minute, in 2 minutes of a search, they can find out where this man lives, his telephone number, his place of employment, everything. I mean, those officers, somebody could have contacted you. I mean, not in today's society, there is no excuse. At minimum, this is negligence.
Negligence, exactly.
Well, first of all,
listen.
When you said notify me,
listen,
and for the phone number concerned, I only got evidence. The number they got for mental health is the number I still have.
Boom.
So that's just something that they said. I made sure I went and got a number to where they gave him, gave them to make sure that they gave them the proper number. And the emergency contact on there is my number I have now. So it was no reason. But they even, like I say, they even had a second chance because I gave them my information. But what's so killing about this whole thing is that when I put out a civil, I asked them to put a civil alert
now
out
listen
on
at this.
2 times. The first time, they didn't do it. I called the chief of police. I said, what is it? I didn't tell him now. I didn't tell him what was going on. But I asked him, how do it go by getting civil alert if a, missing person? He asked me Dexter's name. Then he said he passed it on, asked me who the detective was. I told him Detective Neal. He said, let me get with the detective and I'll see. Detective came back to me.
Watch this.
And he said, send a photo of you. Send a clear photo of your son. Then he said, I'm finna get off in a few minutes. Won't you bring it to UPS and I'll take it tomorrow and I'll make sure I get all the documents and everything and send it to the highway patrol to put him on civil alert.
Listen.
I waited 2 weeks.
She waited 2 weeks, y'all.
Nothing. So I called highway patrol, asked them why they hadn't put my son on civil alert. She said, who is your son? I said, Dexter Alex Wade. She said, hold on a minute. Let me go look and see what's going on. She came back to the phone. She said, Miss Wade, I'm sorry. I went all the way back to 2000. I do not have a Dexter Wade.
My Lord.
My God. He didn't do it.
No,
What's the
But they
Dean?
knew.
What's next?
Miss Wade and her family have asked us to inquire of the Department of Justice to open an
Thank y'all for
investigation
being
because
in
they
here.
do not
Y'all send me
trust
reactions up.
the
Y'all
Jackson,
tap that
Mississippi
screen.
local officials nor
I
the
feel like this
Mississippi
was some
State
type of reaction, right? Give me some heart.
investigators because the Attorney General, Roland, I know you got to go, but the Attorney General, when her brother was killed
Listen.
and the officer was convicted, the Trump Republican Attorney General filed an affidavit of appeal on behalf of the officer that was convicted of killing her brother and went against the black prosecutor in Jackson, Mississippi. I have never seen Roland Martin, DA, go against a local prosecutor for prosecuting somebody. But that's what has happened here. That's why Miss Wade cannot trust them. And I believe when she says it's intentional, she has the facts to back it up, that they were not going to tell her about her son. They were going to try to sweep it under the rug.
That's right.
Indeed. Ms. Robinson, Ben Crump, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Roland Martin.
Thank you.
Folks, a few days ago, Jackson Mayor Chokwe Lumumba had this to say about Dexter's death.
Listen.
You can build $1 million business, and you don't need my money or anyone else's.
Hold on, y'all. Let me go get it. Let me go stop there.
And that we lift them up in our prayers collectively as a city, and that we continue to support them as a community. This is a tragic circumstance, and it is important that we understand
You're
what is
about to
taking
lose
place.
your job.
Unfortunately,
Listen,
there was a tragic accident where Mr. Dexter Wade was walking across I-55 highway. While he was walking across the highway, an off-duty JPD officer unfortunately struck Mr. Wade and he passed. The accident was investigated, and it was determined that it was, in fact, an accident and that there was no malicious intent.
y'all hear that bullshit?
Unfortunately, at the time, in addition to his loss of life,
You about to lose your job.
he was without identification, and the Jackson Police Department was unable to make an ID. The coroner's office later received his body, and they were later able to establish his identity through both fingerprints, and he also had a prescription bottle on him. Then there were efforts after they located the prescription bottle to reach out to the medical provider who provided that prescription. That medical provider provided a number which unfortunately was not accurate or not a good number to be used.
Woo, y'all heard it. Do y'all heard this?
So they were unable to make contact.
You about to lose.
Somewhere in the process of them trying to locate with that number, Mr. Wade's mother days later, filed a missing persons report.
But she filed it in March.
And the failure is that ultimately there was a lack of communication with the Missing Persons Division, the coroner's office,
This man have been
and
killing his damn
accident
self.
investigation. And because of that, Mr. Wade, they were unable to find his family within a expeditious period of time, and he was later buried once the coroner went
He
to
buried
the
over
Hinds
there
County
in that
Board of
area where
Supervisors
they
in order
have
to get a
John
commission.
Doe's and all that is. Like he just won't
And
go back.
so it is tragic to lose your child. It is tragic to suffer the consequences of having to bury your child before you
Y'all,
finish.
I'm telling you.
But to add insult to that trauma, it is even more difficult to not have the ability to have a proper burial for your child. And for
They're gonna
that, we
bury this
regret the
man
circumstance that
6 months later.
Mr. Wade's family has
His
had to
body
deal
laying
with.
up there on the slab for
And
all
so
those
we
months.
continue to lift them up in prayer. I do want to be clear
I smell bullshit.
that at no point have we identified or did any investigation reveal that there was any police misconduct in this process and that there was any malicious intent. And so it is important that we learn from these circumstances, that we identify ways to improve communication, but it is also important
I don't even want to hear the lies
that
he
we
keep
don't.
telling. Let me come on out of there, cause I don't want to hear his damn lies no more. Cause he's about to lose his job. Yeah, I'm definitely going to hold on, I'm coming back to y'all. Okay. I'm definitely going to continue to look into this because this is too plainly to see that this was a cover up. Just but and then I'm gonna close it out. I'm done. I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna say what I want to say and I'm gonna close this out. As a mother, the last thing she will ever know and ever remember is them having an argument. Mothers and sons and daughters, we argue. Y'all know that. We argue, right? Okay, cool. Somebody they might the daughter might run out of the house, whatever, come back a couple hours later, everything cool. This woman will never see her child no more. Didn't get a chance to even say, well, look, that argument we had a couple hours ago, look, I didn't mean what I said, blah, blah, blah. Okay, mom, I didn't mean it either. They didn't get a chance for that. They didn't get a chance. Not at all. Not at all. She would never get a chance for that. And for them to take her child, laid up that they knew who Miss Wade was from last year with the lawsuit with her brother. Body slammed and killed her brother. Just got in the hospital 10 days prior. And she won the lawsuit and she won it. Got convicted and everything. They knew who Miss Wade was. But see, the mayor just put his foot in his damn mouth when he made the statement about the coroner that he was saying didn't know who he was at the accident, but when he got to the coroner's office, the coroner identified him from a fingerprint and a prescription bottle in his possession. So don't y'all remember the damn prescription bottle was in his fucking possession when that man hit him? They knew who he was. They knew who Dexter Wade was at the scene. Saw that prescription. Now, whoever saw that prescription bottle, they can never come forward. But how was it that the coroner was able to find it on his body, but at the accident, nobody found it on his body? Y'all know it's bullshit, right? Jackson, Mississippi. Every time I say that Mississippi, I get so fucking mad because I already know about that shit that happened there years and years and centuries ago. Y'all ain't never changed. 150 homicides last year. Only 10% has been solved because y'all don't give a fuck. That's why. Yeah, I said it. Jackson, Mississippi. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. And your whatever the mayor name, Ooka Looka Pooka Pooka, I don't know your name, but you about to lose your job. You need to lose your job. Because you stood right up there at that conference and told a bold-faced black lie. Yeah, I said it. You told it one. They paid you. I know they did. You need to lose your job. Mayor Uncle Luke Puku, I don't know, whatever your name is. Uncle Artichoke, I don't know, but you need to lose your job. And I hope you lose your job. You lied. And Miss Wade, as a woman and as a mother, my heart goes out to you, baby. Because you would never see your son again. They did you wrong the second time. Justice for Dexter is definitely needed. Is definitely needed. I knew I had to come and do this. Y'all know me, y'all watch me, y'all know Miss J. I'm passionate about what I do. And really why I try to keep my cool up. Miss J 61 years old. Miss J don't want to be having a heart attack or now getting all that excited. So I really try to keep myself calm. But this right here, I couldn't fucking keep myself calm. Because it don't make no sense. That's a sure enough cover up. Now again, why they didn't get that cop a breathalyzer? See, they trying to say that he won't on duty. So when the lawsuit come, they looking at trying to sue him and not the city. But see, paperwork, baby, gonna show where his ass was on. It's a damn shame. I'm so tired of hearing shit like this about my people. I really am. I really am. All I gotta tell y'all for 2024, y'all buckle up. Buckle up. Because Ms. J get ready to tackle definitely one topic that I've been skeptical about tackling. Oh, but come January, I'm not having no shows in the month of December. But oh, but January, I'm tackling that topic, and I ain't gonna say what it is. We gonna tackle that topic. Just have your eye open for the flyer. And anybody that want to come at me for tackling the topic, bring your ass on. Don't make a difference to me, cause I'm gonna talk about that. It's time. This woman that lost her son. Last year lost her brother behind his same motherfucking department. Yeah, I said it. Me personally, Miss Wade, you need to get out of Mississippi, baby. Because they don't tell them what they might try to do to the rest of your family. I'm so scared for you and your family. God knows I am. But like I said, I don't know you, but I know you're a mother just like I am. And I know that's hurting you to your heart. They took your child and put it down there with some folks that don't have no name or whatever. Your son had a name. It don't make no sense. Put him down there in it's called the Potter's Field, where indigents in. He's not no indigents. I can't say the fucking word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Indigent. Y'all like he ain't nobody. Gonna put him down there. And gonna keep his body on a fucking slab for 6 damn months. Jackson, Mississippi Police Department, y'all ought to be somebody come out burn your fucking building down. Yeah, I said it. Y'all some nasty asses. Miss Wade, you probably will never see this video, but I'm still gonna say what I want to say to you from as a mother to a mother. I am so sorry for you. I'm so sorry this has happened to you again. All I want God to do is give you strength to get through this. It's all I can ask God to do. That's all we can ask God to do is get this woman strength to get through this. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you from one mother to another. You don't deserve it. You didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve to be treated like he wasn't no damn body. I'm so sorry, Miss Wade. And I just pray you have the strength to get through this, to see it through, to get justice for your son, Dexter. And with that being said, thank y'all for being in here. I'm out. I will be digging in this some more. And who knows? See, you never know what Miss J might do. You never know how God has plans to do. You might be seeing Miss Wade up here. You never know. You never know. But let's just pray for the Wade family. Let's pray that God give her strength to go through this. Keep in mind, she's still trying to get over what happened to her brother last year. Let's just pray for Miss Wade. With that being said, y'all, thank y'all for coming in here. I'm out. Thank you for coming. Please make sure